everybody, welcome back. 4-3 CS. We have another exciting match. I'm Jump Penny with my partner Hawkshaw here. Very exciting, guys.
Yeah, the nanos are pretty hot.
Yeah, if he was here now, I'd probably kiss him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Those ultimates were built faster than someone would get canceled on Twitter for saying K-pop sucks. That was a scrappy fight if I've ever seen one.
Here we go. MJ Reyes is maybe reporting in Gen Chat that he's drinking a 2-liter. Here we go.
Indeed, what's going on?
Not much is going on. I know that what's about to be going on is a very exciting match between two of the top teams as far as the standings are concerned. How do you guys feel about Nightshade going into this matchup?
We're not too concerned. We're hoping for a quick 3-0 because I got a date with Suspect's mother after this at around let's see, 9 o'clock, so Eastern time. So I'm hoping for a quick 3-0. So I gotta catch this date. I'm taking her to. She's a classy girl, so she wants to go to Longhorns.
Making the great escape through the mini room and being back with his team to again keep doing up the DPS. Shadow comes in but is blocked by their own wall from Edgy. Unfortunate.
And they do it again, MJ Reyes. Look who's closer to Shatter. Look who's closer to Shatter. It's MJ Reyes. CQ1 has some ground to cover here.
And don't forget, from what we saw last time, this is a defensive team. I don't know what it is, but they're just better on the defense than they are on the offense.
Oh, he can't stop somebody!
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, of course that barrage is going to be online too very soon, but man, the only support ult that we're going to see, it'd be interesting to see what kind of difference that's making as the high noon comes out immediately. There's the grab, there's the window, there's the immortality field, but the barrage is huge. Get the 5K! Oh my god!
What a huge play by Icy there, cleaning up the rest of the team through a grab and a window and an immortality.
You're right, Games. Don't just randomly throw your tire, run it down main. It's gonna get broken. You're gonna get into value. You're not Prism.
A good window placement, immortality saving the team many, many times.
Absolutely. Now they're coming into this. Both sides have this beat. It'll be interesting to see which side can sustain the longest. True Testament, but the Shadow doesn't make that easy. D98. Good God, man. Let them live.
What a very good play by Me98.
Honestly, I don't like the taste of coffee. It's not my favorite. And even the people that I do know that like coffee, they put so much sugar in, it almost seems nasty.
That's me. I'm that guy.
Like, it just feels unhealthy, right?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
And then I start thinking, right? And I'm like, well, I mean, there's got to be a sugarless way to get caffeine in my daily morning routine.
There's got to be, right?
Well, who else but Rogue Energy, right? Rogue Energy, 413 Esports on Rogue Energy for 10% off your purchase.
Alright, everybody, welcome back. It has been a while since I've been able to bring you guys another exciting 4-1-3 match. I'm Jump Penny, joined by Down the Barrel. We have a great match for you guys today. How's it going, man? Are you just as excited as I am? Because I'm ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We got a good game coming up for you guys today. It's going to be Charger Blue versus 413 Riot today. And as well as after that, don't forget to stay tuned for Ascent versus 413 Catalyst after that. Taking a look at our fixtures, we have a very, very close victory for 413 Havoc earlier this week against 413 Nightshade. It's a fantastic game. I'm sure Jumpini can tell you, and myself, we were both involved. It was an absolutely fantastic game. Be sure to watch the VOD on that. And be sure to also stay tuned for Potatoes versus 413 Havoc coming up tomorrow at, I believe, 8. Oh, it is going to be 413 Catalyst going up against University of New Haven Varsity as well, starting at 8 p.m.
Catalyst sort of running this gauntlet here. We're going to go into the standings now. But yeah, Catalyst and Havoc obviously playing 2 matches this week, so we kind of get to feature ourselves a little bit, but we're very excited to see that as, again, we look into these standings. We're going ahead here. Obviously, I won't talk about it too long because you guys have known this. Havoc's at the top. We're undefeated. Feels good, but there's a lot of teams right on our tail. Mountaineers and Nightshade are teams that we've played. Those were 3-2 games that honestly could have gone either way. Nightshade Mountaineers are looking super strong, super good. These top 3 teams, really anybody's game because they haven't been beaten by anybody except for the top 3. Mountaineers and Nightshade have both only lost to other teams in the top 3. And I think that really speaks that this top 3 is maybe slightly separated. That's why they're in the S tier when we had our power rankings. And going into the sort of middle bracket down the barrel, what do you see there? Which team do you think out of these next 3 teams could really have a chance at actually cracking through and beating one of these top 3 teams?
Oh, as I take a look at these standings, I mean, Ascent is still the dark horse in my mind. I do not know what they're capable of. Just with the schedule that they've gotten thus far, they really haven't been able to show up and shine yet. Like really stay it out here and say, this is who we are as a team, because that top 3 that you mentioned, that upper echelon, they haven't been challenged by them quite yet. So until we get a game with Ascent versus one of the top 3 teams right now, I feel like that's where I'm aiming my sights right now.
Yeah, it would be cool to see. Like I said, these top 3 teams have been competitive with each other. Nightshade, maybe being the closest to the teams below, just in terms of how the map differential's gone. You can see, as Havoc and Mountaineers are tied, but really, I think that doesn't really do as much justice for how a lot of these teams have very strongly improved, especially when we go into these bottom 3 teams. We talk about Riot, we talk about Potatoes, or New Haven actually, just getting their first win, I believe. We've had a pretty intense lineup here, but these bottom teams down the barrel have really been stepping it up lately.
Yes, and that is exactly why, with how much these guys have been improving and showing up, let's go ahead and take a look at our power rankings, sponsored by Rogue Energy.
And we have here our Rogue Energy power rankings. Top 3 teams, as we said, it goes Havoc, Mountaineers, Nightshade. Catalyst is next up in the A tier. They'll be playing WVU next week. That'll be a good game, one to look out for. Again, a chance for a team outside of the top 3 to break into it. Catalyst, Charger Blue are up there, meaning that Riot, they're sort of the underdogs today in this first matchup, but they've improved strongly. Coming strong off their first win, UAH Charger Blue could look really, really strong here in their first game, and that's why we're seeing them in the A tier. Ascent following right behind. Again, this sort of next part of the power rankings are really close. These teams have traded it out with each other, and some of them haven't even faced each other. Down the barrel, what do you see kind of looking at sort of the bottom half of these power rankings?
Yeah, so whenever you take a look at specifically the C tier, University of New Haven getting just a few wins here and there, Riot picking up a win, and then Potatoes still kind of struggling there, but being able to take off a few maps. 2 wins is doing considerably a lot better. However, just with their schedule, still kind of lacking behind. But ultimately, I feel like in this sort of situation, you might want to see the Potatoes start to take over Riot and New Haven, just based off of the standings as they are right now, and knowing that they are improving. I think we could see a little bit of movement here.
Yeah, so what had confused me here at some point was that obviously Potatoes having 2 wins. I thought I remembered last week being their first win as we celebrated them and Riot getting that. Obviously we have, with the team dropping out, some of the things changing up, and I do believe that either some of the teams haven't played against that team yet or didn't lose to them necessarily. So it's, it depends on how that went out. Potatoes now look a lot better with that as well. And again, they are coming off of a strong win last week, just like Riot is. Arguably, you could say Potatoes looked a little bit better, which I think justifies moving them just a little bit ahead of Riot. It also gives Riot, if you're Riot, you don't mind. Just another team to pass today. If you can beat UAH Charger Blue, you'll pass potentially 2 teams in the power rankings versus maybe just 1. So, if you're Riot, you're probably not feeling too bad about this if you're feeling good going into this matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're Riot, you're looking to take on this win. You're looking to take that swift 3-0 from Charger Blue, knock them down a peg, and then maybe raise yourself up right next to Ascent. So, with that being said, we're going to kind of move into our pre-match interviews here. We're going to go ahead and try to get MJ Reyes from UAH Charger Blue, and we'll get him in for an interview very shortly.
Vinky? Hello?
Hello, and welcome to your pre-match interview. How you doing, MJ Reyes?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. So, man, coming into this, there's been a lot of momentum swings in your particular season for your team. How are you feeling about this particular match versus Riot?
I'm feeling a lot better. This time I actually have some Mountain Dew. I went to the hard stuff this time. I actually have Code Red, so I think we definitely win this
He's
game.
He's pulling out the Code Red, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Code Red on deck. And with that being said, now that you have your gamer fuel at the ready, what about your mental? What have you guys done to mentally prepare yourselves for this game? Any particular scouting or any stress you've been able to come up with?
Yeah, we've been working a lot on Goblin Comp. I think you guys are probably gonna see it in the game. It's nice. It's the Dallas Fuel Comp. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Okay, taking some Overwatch League inspiration. I like it. I like the adaptation. Jump Penny, do you have anything to add?
I'm really excited. I gotta say, was it Dallas's success that made you go with it, or was it just that obviously Dallas has been running a lot of unique stuff? Were you inspired by them at the start, or by the time they had actually won the Melee?
Oh no, when they won.
Of course.
Yeah.
no disrespect to that.
Looked a little sus before they won with it.
Of course. Yeah, I might have questioned you if you said before. I might not believe you, but yeah, we're gonna let you get back with your team. Great pre-match interview and exciting game ahead. Good luck.
Wait. Remember, tax filing day is May 17th.
Wow, what a hero! You probably just saved. You probably just stopped crime. You probably just stopped actual crime right now. Good job, crime stopper. In theory, at least. Thank you. That's a great pre-match interview, and we're gonna let you get back with your team because we're about to have DJ Pickle from Riot come in. I'm excited for this interview. DJ Pickle. Riot, they're an exciting up-and-coming team, so I'm excited to ask DJ Pickle some questions here and kind of see what he has to say about how they're coming off of that win and how it's helped them launch forward into this next week.
Absolutely. Just seeing what kind of improvements that they've been working on and their keys to success.
Hey, how's it going, man? Welcome. Hope you're excited for this game. We're excited to have you here. Just a few questions for you, man, before you go in. How has Riot, obviously you guys are coming off your first win. You're feeling pretty hot. So how did you guys ride that momentum, maybe through your week of practices or whatever you guys are doing? Coming into this game, how are you going to use that momentum from last game to help you?
Yeah, we're still kind of riding off the confidence we got from getting our first win in tournament. I think it'll definitely help us play a lot better because we'll believe that we can win. Yeah, because before we hadn't really won anything yet, so it's more like trying to get our first one, but I think we're a lot more confident in ourselves now.
Yeah, I think that confidence in the first one is huge. And the other thing, aside from that, is just that you guys looked really good. You guys look like a team that's been working and improving, and I think it's showing. So I'm really excited to see you guys play against a team that arguably you guys might be the underdogs here. Maybe you guys don't see it that way, obviously. What do you guys have to say maybe for Charger Blue going into this game?
We're going to try our hardest. We're gonna hope to win, but like we're gonna try our best and everything. So whatever happens. We of course want to win, but you never know.
Nose to the grindstone, staying humble. You guys are just working hard. I really respect that. Down the barrel, any questions for DJ Pickle before we send him back with his team?
Yeah, so DJ, you being a DPS, you being sometimes the backpack for the team, I guess what I should be asking here is, you are coming off of that first round win. You are looking to keep this momentum going. So to that end, what are you expecting to do in order to counter UAH Charger Blue? What are you doing in order to take any thoughts of them winning away? Like, how are you going to shape the battlefield in your favor in this matchup?
Well, of course, I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna try and have fun, because I feel like having fun in the game is a big factor in how well you do. Because the less you're having fun and while you're playing, just kind of bogs it down. And I play a lot less usually when I'm not having fun and I'm like tilted. So I'm just gonna try and keep my mood up, and hopefully I'll play better.
Absolutely, positivity is a key force to anyone that's willing to make that effort. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to let you get back with your team, prepare for this match. We are going to get on with the show. All right.
Yeah, another really good pre-match interview with DJ Pickle. Riot really confident, maybe taking some advice. I know I had a pre-match or a post-match interview where, I talked about how having fun can be important. So maybe Riot was listening, or maybe they discovered that on their own. Going in here, caster predictions. Going first here personally, I think UAH Charger Blue, they're a strong team. They've looked strong. I've cast a lot of their games, and I think they're the favorites today. I'm predicting UAH Charger Blue with the win.
All right. I'm actually going to counter you on that. I think that 413 Riot is seemingly the up and coming team. They have shown their improvement. They've started to take maps. They've started to have that momentum. They have the roster to do it, and they've started to get the synergy and the players and the roster in order to perform it. I think that they have all the tools, and the success is right in their grasp. So I'm going to stick with 413 Riot on this one.
Yeah, I respect that. Riot is a really strong team. Personally, they're honestly one of my favorites in the tournament to watch. Just because I was really happy to see them improve and, come in and get that first win. It's obviously always an exciting story, and it shows that they're dedicated, because when you don't have a clear path to victory for a few weeks, it can be really hard for a team. Riot didn't let that stop them. They kept their heads up, and they stayed hungry for that win, and they got it.
Most definitely. And now, before we get into the gameplay, we're going to go to a short 3-minute intermission. So to get our players ready, get everything set up, and then we'll be right back. And be sure that if you're enjoying the content, please drop us an Amazon Prime sub, or any way that you feel that you want to support us. If you missed any of the VODs so far, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, which is going to be 413e.com/YouTube. And with that being said, we're going to go to our intermission, and we'll be right back.
All right, everybody. 4-3 Esports is back. We're about to go into this game. Both teams do seem to be ready. Curious because we actually have, Riot here, who has plenty of subs. They got a 10-man roster, quite like a Havoc actually does. And they have a lot of subs for that. And I think that can help them out a lot here against Charger Blue, who, maybe doesn't have those subs. They have to make sure they're keeping their mental straight because, no one else can come in for them. And I think that can be big for some teams, but not every team needs that at the end of the day. Some teams are just better running their core and running it all the time. And it seems like today that's what Charger Blue is going to be going for.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's like putting all your eggs in one basket, but at the same time, if the basket never breaks, then you've got yourself a strong, coordinated team. So to that end, you do what works for you. Absolutely. But let's go ahead and take a look at the comps that are going to be coming out for both teams on Sanctuary of Busan. So taking a look, we have the UAH Charger Blue opting for that Sigma pick, which will allow a lot of good off-angle control, and both of their DPS going Paka and Emerald, going Hanzo and McCree, which also offers some ranged damage, which is really good. And then taking a look at Riot, they're opting for more of the pharmacy, getting a little bit of aerial coverage, and then DJ Pickle's sitting on that Junkrat. Now, I don't exactly know what the thought behind the Junkrat is. Maybe it's more of a comfort pick, but we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, Riot like to do these sort of unique comps. They have sort of a brawl that turns into a spam vote. And we know they like to run stuff like this, and comfort picks for the DPS as the teams meet on the point. That being said, MJ Reyes gets poked out really hard by this Pharah and this Junkrat. It's not easy to exist in the Reinhardt when you have so much spam damage being poured into you. It's not easy to avoid. If you're Reinhardt, you're just such a big target for Pharah and Junkrat. MJ Reyes felt it. Sky swings him down, and Riot takes a really strong first point.
Yeah, no, DJ Pickle doing a massive amount of damage. I mean, he's already 54% to his tire. It is an absolutely marvelous display. So I think this is actually going to be pretty convincing, unless, of course, UAH Charger Blue makes their own pharmacy change, and then, well, it'll be a battle of the skies.
Just as I was about to note Mimi, even thinking about Mimi casting Curse them, they were very close to ult charge, which is great for your Baptiste player, and that's a new player as well coming in for Riot, but two of them are down now on the point. Charger Blue are pushing in strong, and it's going to be Riot just trying to stall it out now. Their Mercy's down. Mimi coming back, goes down again. Mimi going down early is a big play because Paka, they do switch over to that Far Mercy. Charger Blue does, and it counters Riot's Far Mercy pretty well.
Yeah, and the Charger Blue pharmacy is not going to be able to be countered by anything except for the DJ Pickle switch that just goes onto the McCree. So now you have a mirror match sitting, except for Ice Manta being on that Diva, which will be able to contest the high ground a little bit more. Sweetbread gonna be taken out by Ice Manta in the back with nobody contesting him. Emerald finding Mimi again with the high noon, and the Shatter comes in for MJ Marias. The cleanup crew is in. Charger Blue holding the spawn of 413 Riot.
Yeah, UAH Charger Blue found some entry picks there, and then on top of that, the Shatter was enough. Riot going down early, they might have some ultimates to come in here with, but Charger Blue, that being said, aren't that far behind. They have enough ultimates to potentially sustain this fight. I think that could be huge, so Riot has to use these ultimates aggressively, try to get some value out of them. Here comes the mirror from Charger Blue, the grab from Riot. Lamp goes down, so they're free to swing. Skies is in there, finding 1-2, go down in a third. For Riot now, they're pushing into the point, but Charger Blue are going to be able to stall it out a little bit. They still got 3 alive. They're just going to poke, just going to back. Paka goes down, and now they're stalling. Now they're in stall mode. Here comes Riot capping the point back.
I mean, you take a look at a Graviton Surge versus a window that was placed kind of a little bit farther in than you'd probably want. I'm sure Riot is absolutely going to be taking that fight. Taking a look at the ultimates coming up for Charger Blue, you have Ice Manta with the self-destruct, Paka and RKO. Both of their ultimates online, owning the skies, as it looks like Paka is on the flank looking for that barrage, as the rest of Charger Blue takes their left to go aggress onto the point.
Yeah, these are some great players all around. I mean, just watching these two Ryans go at it, and the fact that both teams are swapping this Far Mercy. Icy's going in now, but it's going to get blocked, and Icy's going to go down. Ooh. There's the Shatter from Skies, but he goes down for it. It hit somewhat big, it looked like, as Justice rains from above for Paka. It looks like now Charger Blue are finally going to be able to take this point back. Riot made a good push there, though.
Yeah, taking a look at what Charger Blue was able to do there. They did use a lot of ultimates, but however, in great succession. Because of Ice Manta's self-destruct, it gave Paka the ability to force Riot into a position to where all they could do was take the damage from the barrage. DJ Pickle with the high noon, not really being able to find anything. The pharmacy from Riot on the counter flank.
You know, I think he thought that I knew might catch the Far Mercy. They seem to back up really quickly as the mirror coming through for both teams. Maybe Chargers Blue is a little better. Lamp is coming out for Riot, but Ice Manta is down and out of the mech. Skies is getting on that pole and swinging to take down some characters. Paka is finding picks, though. This is going both ways. Skies gets pinned. MJ Reyes has a big shatter on the point for Skies and the rest of his team. And, you know, not quite by the skin of their teeth, but almost by it. Only a few percentage points to spare. UAH Charger Blue are going to take first point. That was really close. That was so back and forth. Both teams played a really good round. They should be proud. And I think it's crazy to say that Charger Blue won by actually playing the Far Mercy. They swapped to it. Usually, you know, weird comp like that, its advantage is sort of that if the enemy team has to swap to it to play it, maybe you're a little bit ahead. So credit to Charger Blue for turning that around after swapping to the mirror composition pretty much.
For sure. Making Riot have to respond to Charger Blue's pharmacy via making DJ Pickle get off that Junkrat, no more frontline damage, but just having that McCree in order to deal with the pharmacy. You have to choose. You have to choose whether you commit on the front line or you commit on stopping the flanks and keeping the pharmacy out of the skies. But let's see how this mirrored brawl comes out, with DJ Pickle still opting for that Junkrat.
Ball goes up and comes back down early from Icy, but DJ Pickle finds MJ Reyes again early in the first fight. They use the pillar. Riot does. Both teams dance around it, but MJ Reyes down means that Riot's going to be able to push in strong. They use their lamp here. Skies is going in both teams with lamp now.
Oh,
It's
the
gonna turn
wall!
into a death match. The wall. It just doesn't let him get away. Unfortunately, now Riot are going to be able to capture this first point. That's a huge tire. DJ Pickle already online. That could be
Ice,
huge.
being the Ice Queen, just absolutely melting Charger Blue. The charge coming in from Skies, the wall to follow up. It will take out MJ Reyes for practically free. All Riot has to do is just hold this high ground.
Then the TM for Riot is just bursting with charge. You can tell they're playing around their off tank. They're glad to have Skies in. Ven was playing that main tank in the past sometimes, where clearly Ven seems really comfortable in this area. Really high charge right now, and again, Junkrat, DJ Pickle still has that tire. Mimi now has the mirror, and the ultimates are starting to come online. Both teams have mirror. A hammer down does get blocked. High Noon coming through isn't going to catch anything. They're speeding it out. Emerald goes up in the air off the pin and catches Skies. But nobody else goes down except for Sweetbread now to Ice Manta as the tire does come out. Wait a minute, it gets destroyed. DJ Pickle goes down immediately. It looks like Charger Blue are going to, overtime, they're going to be able to take this point back.
It looks like Riot is evolving to play around Skies' aggressive Reinhardt style and following up his advantages. But sometimes the aggression is just not warranted and it gets you into a lot of bad positions. As a Reinhardt player, you being the last one to die is absolutely huge. Riot is opting to take this lower path straight onto the point. Could lead them into a crossfire. Look at this window, but the wall comes out to deny most of the damage. The freeze comes out for Charger Blue. We'll be able to find Mimi, and they just collapse onto Riot. The Immort comes out. That's all she wrote. Just the cleanup crew is here. Nothing much else for them to do.
Charger Blue did a lot of really key things in that fight. They took high ground, they put the mirror up. Now, that being said, Riot is still stalling this point with May. They've got some percentage advantage to talk about, but they took this high ground here. They mirrored. Really good placement. And despite that Mail not obviously directly freezing anybody, he put it right in the middle so that everybody on Riot had to run away from each other. And when you're on this type of comp, you never like to have that happen to you.
Absolutely. And MJ Reyes is sitting on that shatter, waiting to make a big play as Riot forces themselves. Oh, but look at that speed onto the point, just getting it little time. Skies better watch out here.
Okay, Oavi in the grab as more members of Charger Blue join it. There's the bomb from Ice Manta. Shatter comes through from Skies, but he dies to the bomb for it. I'm not sure if he thought he could shield in time or not, but Veno goes down as well. Riot is falling on the point. They got to try to die quick here. Maybe they still think they can win this. but not anymore. They're going down. UAH Charger Blue are pushing the percentage advantage. Now Riot gonna have to do something to take it back here.
Mimi sitting on that window. Not a lot of ults to speak of except for DJ Pickle's tire. MJ Reyes still on the shatter, as well as Hanoi's window. They could hold this high ground pretty convincingly if they play their cards right. But they're just gonna let Sky. Oh, but Sky's gets in at the cost of his life. The window comes out. They have to break the wall. It looks like an emergency regroup for Riot. 80 percentage for Charger Blue.
Yeah, Sky's going down there is huge for Charger Blue. They're going to be able to stall out this point a lot longer. Riot now having to find a way in. They're going to go straight. Do they decide to bait? Do they decide to back out and go the other way? They don't think they have enough time. I think they're going through. They get
Oh, the
shattered.
shatter!
Now. Huge shatter. Coming off the back of MJ Reyes. Now they find a pick with it. Riot still has a chance, but there's no time left. Are they even going to get to the point? They're all dead.
They need to touch.
Yeah, and everyone's dead before they can even get there. Riot
Wow.
going down now. They put up a really good fight. Both those matches were very close, but at the end of the day, UAH Charger Blue did 2-0, so they're feeling pretty good. Riot, despite this nice play of the game they might have had, gonna have to look here and just see how they can get things together, because they had the early momentum, right? They were winning the first fight. The problem was once they lost the point, I think they lack the creativity right now to get it back, whereas Charger Blue, we saw, did some very creative things to take the point back. And I think Riot could learn from that and try to fight back in this one. We're going to go to a short intermission. You guys don't want to go anywhere. Make sure you follow, subscribe on YouTube. Check us out in the links below. We'll be right back. Alright everybody, welcome back yet again. We're going into a map 2. I'm excited because Riot looked strong, but not strong enough to take down Chargers Blue, who are on top right now after taking both of those rounds of Busan. Now going into King's Row, excited to see what Skies can do because King's Row is a little different. You know, these escort hybrid actually maps are much different than what you're going to see on Control, where the sort of back and forth taking of a point, right, obviously isn't the same. It's sort of a hard capture for the first point, and then from there you're pushing an objective. It's not as much about, right, like exactly taking the space or ground of a control point. So it sort of changes things up, and I think it actually might favor Riot a little bit, who struggled to take the control point back. They might actually be able to keep momentum a little stronger on their King's Row once they've won those first fights. It might start to snowball in their favor a little bit more.
Yeah, it honestly comes down to just what do you have in your bank? What do you have in your ultimate bank? What do you have in your abilities at that time? It's all about timing. It's all about making sure that you are not aggressing and whenever you don't have the advantage, and just tempo. Just general tempo. It is, I mean, in our particular rank of our tournament, it's all about the fundamentals of Overwatch and knowing the team play that you can have through just simple cycling gets you a long way. So taking a look at the compositions coming out from Charger Blue is going to have a Bop Ana with no Lucio on defense, which can offer a lot more utility having the Ana there, but the wall comes out early for Paka. And not being able to find much. MJ Reyes taking a little bit of an aggressive positioning. Will get walled for it. MJ Reyes goes down. The Immort committed by Mimi for Riot.
Yeah, there they go, Riot winning that first fight, like I said. Now, since it's King's Row, they are going to look to keep this momentum this time. That being said, Charger Blue has some creativity on their hands, but it kind of looks like the ults know that, you know what, that Ana pick is going to be really big here for Charger Blue, because it's certainly going to be building support ults much quicker. Obviously, them not having that Lucio or the defensive ult could give Riot a really good chance to run right now. I think they're careful.
DJ Pickle sticking on that Junkrat pick and getting a lot of value with it. Taking a look at both Reinhardt's, Skies is 40% higher ultimate charge, close to their Shatter, and is going to have it for this fight. Will he be able to land the crazy one? No, he's going to go down to Emerald headshot. Not looking good in the face right now, as it looks like Biscuit will be caught out as well for Riot. That's a reset and a half if I've ever seen one.
They're keeping the trend up right now. They get the first fight and then lose the second. Not always going exactly that way, but yeah, Riot, they have to find a way through this archway, because it's really rough when you get walled off like that, especially. It's never easy. Shatter
counter Shatter.
Nice. There's a lot coming out. That Shatter is huge. Right when they thought Skies was done, he hits a big Shatter, but he goes down now to the Nano and the Freeze and the Mirror. That being said, a lot of ultimates were just invested by Charger Blue. That might give Riot the advantage for this next fight. And there's the Shatter as well from MJ Reyes. They're using everything here.
A little bit of lack of synergy there coming in from MJ Reyes and Paka. Paka blocking most of MJ Reyes' Shatter, but he will be able to find DJ Pickle, sending him to the spawn room, but will be able to regroup with the team pretty convincingly. And it looks like it's going to be a powder keg from Riot coming into this next fight. The wall comes out from Paka, and we'll be able to split just a little bit of Riot, but not enough.
The lamp for both teams, though. Skies is anti now, trying to get these swings, and he's going to go down here. I think he gets pinned out, and he does indeed go down. The tire now coming out from DJ Pickle late into this fight, but it's going around big. It could catch something if they're not ready, but it doesn't get any. Riot now trying to push this card, but it's contested by a Reinhardt. That's MJ Reyes here. And so is the rest of Charger Blue. They're going to wall you off, and oh no, this is nightmare time for Riot, as they're going to get staggered out really bad here. One fight has turned into two. But that being said, DJ Pickle gets a pick. Ice Montez now bombed, so they maybe got an ultimate out of it. They ate the freeze, though. This is really bad if you're Riot. The Shatter gets blocked as well. What was one lost fight has now lasted about 3. The Mirror coming out, though, from Charger Blue is big. Skies does burst right through it. That's a big play to stop his team from being shut down. And right as I spoke to, soon a big tire finally comes through for DJ Pickle. But the freeze is in. Not going to be enough, though. Riot is rolling strong right now. They do manage to recover after a long fight. Beat is drawn out. they get that Junkrat tire online, and DJ Pickle, it's a home run.
If you are either team, you do not want to let a Junkrat have enough time to build a second tire off of a fight. Your ultimates need to be getting more value. Be looking to put them in more strategic locations. The counter pin's coming out from the Reinhardt. It's the Immort committed by both teams. But MJ Reyes hitting a nasty shatter, getting nanoed and going aggressive with it. Ice Manta cleaning up as well. Mimi losing the BAP 1v1 to RKO, and that'll be a reset for Riot, who is about 5 meters away from capping the second point with 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Coming into this next fight, Skies is going to have a shatter, and Rasky Grant close to a Graviton Surge. Biscuit, their DPS sub that was subbed in for, if I'm not mistaken, help me out, Jump Penny.
Oh yeah, for Icy actually.
For Icy, thank you.
Yeah, now Biscuit on the May coming in big here. Skies is running down this corner, but gonna get walled off. They're pinning into each other again. These counter pins all day. This one yet again goes the way of MJ Reyes. Skies is down. Baritone finds Emerald in the back line. That's a Lucio fragging on this wall right now, just dancing and pressuring on MJ Reyes. Baritone is staying alive through all this, but unfortunately the rest of his team isn't going to be able to. Rasky going down. Riot's going to have to regroup and try to use their ultimates here. Hard to tell where this next fight could go because we got a lot of ultimates online. 6, 7, 8 ultimates. There's just a lot about to come here.
It's a powder keg waiting to happen, Jopeni, and I cannot wait to see how it turns out. Riot taking a long rotation, and Hanoi playing a little aggressive here, looking for maybe an early sleep and nade. Not able to really find anything before the fight gets started. Emerald is probably going to be able to spot this rotation. Noticing the Reinhardt first, his team will rotate to capitalize on this situation.
The freeze comes out. That rotation from Riot is going to put them in such a bad situation when the freeze comes through. The freeze the other way gets eaten, and we're in last fight territory. Riot might have one more if they lose this. Here comes the bomb from Charger Blue, and if you're Riot, you're hoping you can die quick enough. You got to get at least one more fight coming in here. Ice Manta coming in with the remake, gonna probably do some damage, it looked like, but Skies is standing strong. Riot could still look to turn this one around. They do have that game-changing tire. Not anymore, though. Pickle goes down, and Skies is forced to back up behind this mirror, or die trying. Rasky Grant now finding the May. That's huge, but Riot, they're just stalling out here. They don't have a full 6, and UAH Charger Blue is going to get to group up, and we're in last fight territory here. MJ Reyes is coming out of the spawn. They get here first. Rasgren is building charge, though, and is going to be ready for this next fight as soon as it can happen down the barrel.
Aka Charger Blues May is not going to be back in time for this fight. It's going to be a little bit scrappy, but it just looked like Emerald zoning them off, but somebody has to touch the cart. Rasky Grant's going to get it with the bubble. The Graviton Surge comes out, not being able to find anything, but MG Reyes gets nanoed. Ice Monta's sleeping on the job, but will be able to make it back up. Sky's charging back in, and a huge shatter coming in from MJ Reyes. An anti coming in on top of Riot. Rasky Grant just trying to stay on top. The bubble's coming out, but the cleanup crew is here to make sure that Riot cannot touch for another century. Mimi forced off to the point, and that'll be all she wrote.
MJ Reyes is actually looks stunning all day long. Really good gameplay from that main tank position. Obviously being really well supported by the team, and a slightly unique comp there, especially early on. From UAH, I think they stuck through it, and they hold that really good against Riot. Now, who struggled to sort of get a good fight going where the enemy team didn't have ultimates, where they could not die early. They actually had some shining moments, but weren't able to ever get to that second point. So Charger Blue here. If you're Charger Blue, the way King's Row goes, you're feeling pretty good about that hold, and you think you can burst through this. But Riot's going to have something up their sleeves, hopefully. These tires from DJ Pickleys, despite building them early, they haven't come out early. And when they do, they're getting destroyed pretty often. We've seen 2 on Kings. I believe we definitely saw the big 3-man, but yeah, we're looking for DJ Pickle, who has built them early. Honestly, I think you want your Junkrat to just be flinging those things out as soon as they're ready to serve.
Both teams need to be looking to get a lot more value out of their ultimates. Stacking them on top of each other like that just to win one fight is going to lead to a lot of destruction in the end, and not in your favor. Mimi last round actually went on to the Ana, and I really do think, and I'm the champion for Riot here, if they want to win this series, they need to stick to their comfort, what they know. They don't need to be picking to counterpick you Charger Blue. They need to counterpick within their hero pools.
Yeah, and now coming into the point, MJ Reyes is going to look to take this battle with Skies yet again. Interestingly enough, these Ryans have sometimes been the first blood for both teams, which you can see happen in early engages. He's a big target, he's there, but you would like to not die first if you're playing Reinhardt. Certainly, as the Reinhardt player, Emerald is firing off from that off angle right now, getting spammed out just a little bit, but not too much to not just be able to keep trying to click some head here. Immor gets forced out from Riot really early here, possibly due to Emerald's off angle getting some damage through. It looks like a lot of members of Riot are low as Baritone goes down to RKO Avi. The Lucio duel ends up being the first blood this time. Skies does follow. DJ Pickle has a pick, and he's close to tire yet again. He has the diva out of mech. DJ Pickle is something to note right now, but he goes down on point, just trying to stall it for his team. Riot, they're going to lose this first fight.
Ooh.
They are looking to get some ultimates back online. That tire could be huge next fight.
The Rescue Grant getting the Graviton Surge on the same rate as Skies and DJ Pickle getting their ultimates, and that is what you like to see out of your Zarya player. That Graviton is actually going to be coming in absolutely huge. MJ Reyes taking a lot of space here, and could be useful in the next fight. And it looks like MJ Reyes going for the Rhine 1v1.
Oh, what?
And Skies wanting to claim his dominance, but will not be necessary, as MJ Reyes says, "Peace, I am out and rejoining my team."
That's unlucky for Skies, to say the least. Now he gets slammed right back. Oh, that's brutal for Skies. Probably not feeling too good about that sequence of events right now. Oh my gosh, Paka is popping right now. He's just clearing the Genji Ana combo. They don't have it online, but the heroes are down now as Paka is just going in popping right now. Huge plays all around for UAH. MJ Reyes finds one now. RKO Avi just dancing with the Overwatch emote, Overwatch League emote, bringing this card home to Charger Blue. And now the bomb goes in. Ice Manta with the bomb over top, catches too. Paka does take down Skies. That's huge, and Charger Blue look like they're going to push this one in.
Charger Blue with another convincing take of King's Row. Let's see how DJ Pickle performed with this, what I assume is the 3K tire.
Interesting.
Just look at that damage.
Yeah, huge tire. DJ Pickle, we saw, did have some moments of shining, just like all of Riot have, but the problem is, despite 2 play of the games, Riot hasn't been able to get a map yet. So going into map 3 here, Riot, they're on their last stand right now. Let's see if they can recover against a really strong Chargers Blue right now. We're going to be right back. Very short intermission. You guys don't want to go anywhere. All right, we are back. Going in map 3, Riot is down right now. Not looking too hot. We've seen great performances all around from Charger Blue on the support line. RKO Avi, Hano Kazuchi, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Kazuki maybe. Going in here, doing great. That Baptiste position is always big. One thing you've noticed here is Riot is using these lamps early in a lot of situations, right? We actually called that out, I believe. It's actually UAH Charger Blue using them much more conserved at much better times. The Baptiste difference here is pretty big part, but overall, I would say everybody on Riot could look to step up right now. Any single one of them could take over this game and do something big for their team here. Dorothy is a sub I'm excited about. I like to see Dorothy in these games. I know Dorothy's a really good player. I know Dorothy's someone that's dedicated, always on that grind. So let's see if Dorothy can bring some kind of dimension to Riot that maybe they didn't have. Could be huge here to see what Dorothy can do.
Absolutely, yeah. If you take a look at Riot's roster that we have right now, Baritone is in, Dorothy is in, Icy is back in, DJ Pickle keeping their spot, and Rasky Grant and Venio will line out the tank line for Riot, while the Charger Blue is just running all of their mains and just running them over and over again. They have no subs to speak of, I believe, so they're just doing what they can. This comp is kind of interesting coming out from Riot, though. They have a ball Rhine, so Rhine to keep pressure on the cart, I'm sure. And well, I just got caster trolled. It's Rasky Grant going to the Zarya with Icy looking for that initial pick on the Widowmaker, but will swap to Genji with Baritone on the Ana. Could be seeing some Nanoblade action. Not if Ice Monta gets a kill and has anything to say about it. MJ Ray is finishing off Dorothy. This damage is just not looking good.
Not too hot right now from Riot. Not looking great, especially playing into this double shield comp that can be really hard to crack. The Torbjorn turret's gonna die to Orisa all the time, to Baptiste, to Widow. That being said, Riot out of the pick, they're pushing the cart. I think UA Charger Blue wants to let them push just a little bit, clear out these picks, but they don't want to let them push too far now. They got to stop this cart eventually. MJ Reyes comes in with the pool, and it's the DPS duo right now.
They have to contest the cart.
I mean, yeah, obviously this poke comp doesn't have to contest cart until you really have to contest cart, but when you had all those picks, I really don't think you had to give up that much space. So if you're Riot, maybe you'll take that, because I don't think that fight was looking too good for you. So you get some push, and maybe now really you could just win a fight and actually cap the point. That could be huge for Riot.
That, or just rotate on the left side out of the spawn door, go through the cafe, and sure enough, you're right there at the cart. Force the brawl like you want. But
yeah, I think Riot might kind of have that idea right now to sort of go left. They haven't gotten to the cafe yet, but that does seem to be the rotation they're taking.
Oh.
Pickle goes down to Emerald. They're not able to stay enough grouped, and they just get a little peaksy there. They go down. Now Bap is all alone and forced to use the MR, and Baritone is down as well. Riot just getting poked apart right now by this double bubble. It's playing really well. They're surrounding the enemy and slowly burning their resources until they can just one by one start picking them off. Really good stuff right now from Charger Blue to try to just squeeze the life out of their opponents for this final map.
yeah, the Charger Blue double shield that's right here. They're abusing this split attention that they keep trying to give. The Widowmaker, Bap, and Orisa's taking this high ground, and then the Sigma leading the charge on the low ground. It's absolutely well coordinated. Emerald, though, who needs strats when your DPS just pop off and click heads forehead? That is absolutely amazing.
And the support from this Bap player, from Hana Kazuki here, has been huge. That mirror comes up, allows Emerald to do a lot there, and now through the sights, they're going to be able to see everything that Riot is trying to do here. So this rotation will get caught, of course. Not that changed a whole lot. Charger Blue has really just been playing the same position, and why wouldn't they? Riot hasn't worked out of it. Yet another pick for Emerald comes through. Rasky Grant goes down, and Riot right now with only a minute left. I got to say, things don't look too good for Riot. They kind of look a little boomed right now. They got to try something. I think they have just enough time left, though. They could still make this work. Riot should not give up yet. They have a lot of ultimates online, and this is winnable. The cart's coming back, and this double shield is ready for you. Let's see what Riot can do here with these ultimates online. They get
Oh,
pulled
the
into the
luck.
front. That's a huge combo for Charger Blue.
They
How
have to
well
stabilize here if they want
coordinated.
anything to happen. But no, Emerald's just going to continue to dissect them from the safety of his little perch. Oh, this
Quick enough
is
here. Oh,
tragic.
they're gonna get one more fight. It looks like if you're Riot, but how? You don't have speed boost, so you're barely gonna make it. Your resources are gonna be burned when you get there, and you certainly don't have time to rotate the double shield out of position. This is gonna be hard for Riot. Their ultimates alone are gonna have to do it because not much else is there. There's a rally. There's an Orisa Bongo. Right now, Riot is running into a lot of damage. Ven is Nano. They're all pulled together again, and here comes the rally from RKO. Big shatter from Ven, who subbed in on the Reinhardt. Baritone goes down, though. They're finding picks, but here's the grab. Ven isn't swinging on the grab, though. He doesn't kill the grab. He gets the Sigma, and he's trying to find the Brig. Meanwhile, where was that dragon going?
Solo ult
For Emerald.
Emerald.
Ven didn't swing on the grab. He was going for the Brig the whole time. That Brig must have been so low, and now they're coming back on the Lucio. Riot still has a chance here. They're fighting this one out. Ice Manta's back on the ball. Can he make it? The big slam from Ice Manta. That's going to clean up Riot, you'd have to think. This is going to be hard for them to live through this one. Ooh. Riot, man. You know, that was tough. It's a hard point to go into, but this was their map pick. That did not look too hot for Riot. Credit to Charger Blue, though. Credit to Charger Blue. They certainly didn't make that easy. You know, you can talk about Riot all day long, but you really can't take credit away for Charger Blue. It's not easy to make your opponent look like that. Really good play from Charger Blue. Riot gonna have to put up a strong defense here. Let's see if they come out on something a bit unique. Hopefully not too unique. I think that cost them a lot of time early.
I think that Charger Blue is just going to sit back on their loins, and they're going to go for a brawl hold on the spawn. I just think that it's too tempting not to whenever the card is this close. You really don't have the luxury of doing anything else and giving all the space of the front street. But they are going to be opting for the Sigma on that off tank position, but it is brawl nonetheless. And then coming out from Charger Blue, it looks like just a little bit of caster trolling, I'm sure. We will have to see what they lock in whenever it gets closer to time. But it looks like Riot is setting up for the spawn hold. Icy's probably going to be leading the charge with that Mei wall. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, as UAH Charger Blue are playing really good, I think in some ways Riot is sort of beating themselves right now. They got to step things up a little bit, and the spawn hold could look to give them the momentum to start that. They want to reverse sweep here. It's got to start right now. Paka's on the Bastion. I think we saw this in Overwatch League maybe. You know, this first hold, when there's a Bastion there, it's a lot harder to hold. Right now, Riot is just trying to find a way. The wall off on Ven, who doesn't get the pin in time. Paka does go down, so Riot is at least going to stall out a lot of time here. That's what they wanted to do, because now they'll probably get a second fight. So if you're Riot, you're actually feeling okay about this, because you've held it off for even longer now. Charger Blue still hasn't found their way out, but Charger Blue obviously just biding their time. They have a mirror online. Both teams do now. That's an ultimate that's always online first, those mirrors. That's why Baptiste is so strong right now, at least a big part of it. As
Baritone 1v1ing Emerald. You love to see it.
Oh, and Ven does get back, so they're going to stall just a little longer. Baritone now stalling out this point alone. That's a good hold for Riot. You'll take that. You really will take that. That's about as good as you're going to get. You get a few holds there, and now this is the fight where it could be the last one if you're Riot. They have a lot of ultimates online. Let's see if they can utilize them well.
That Gravitic Flux coming in from Rasky has to be massive. I'm banking on that ultimate if I am Riot right now.
Oh, that's a rock that hits from the high ground. They throw out the mirror. Riot on the corner. Paka takes out Baritone early. Riot are reeling now. DJ Pickle down as well.
But Paka's going in his back line.
There's Paka in the back line. As you said, Icy lifting up Ven, who was just trying to finally hold while his team fell around him. UAH Charger Blue looking like they're going to cap this point. It's going to take him a second to get there. Riot maybe has a chance at stall, but I'm not sure. They don't have any particularly stall-worthy picks right now. It's going to be a real struggle for them to get out here on time, and DJ Pickle going down is going to help Baritone now on the point. A little bit of touch, maybe. So it's just sort of Charger Blue falls off the point, but Baritone is now down. That shatter could be enough, but it doesn't look
It's-
like it.
It's too much CC. The beat comes in from RKO. The freeze coming out from Icy. But the window coming in.
Riot are fighting on borrowed time right now. They almost have the beat on line. Darthy gets a pick, and there's the beat from Baritone just to stall it out as long as possible. The monkey's back. There's Ven. They have two people on the point with a pick, but yep, just not enough. Really good play from Charger Blue. They take this 3-0 over Riot. That's a huge game for Charger Blue.
Charger Blues setting themselves up for success, playing into their particular comps, doing a little bit of research into the Overwatch League as well. Looking at Ice Manta with this massive flux at the beginning of the defense. And he just doesn't even care about that Zarya. He's going straight for blood, straight onto Darthy. That'll be all she wrote whenever it comes to this series.
Yeah, and an MVP pick, I believe we have to make here down the barrel. I'm going to go to you first because we had a lot of really good plays from Charger Blue. I kind of want to see what you're thinking here for the MVP for Charger Blue.
This was a fast series.
Yep. But
let's. I'm thinking here. There's a lot of consistent play coming out from Charger Blue. Ice Manta on that off tank role, really showing up and securing a lot of good fights, as well as eating, I think, like at least 2 freezes in the King's Row match. Absolutely massive. But
Paka as well.
maybe Paka. I think with the versatility coming in from his particular play, whenever you take a look at what they were playing all game, I mean, it was mostly May in the series and finding a lot of good walls separating up the Riot roster.
It also got them that momentum, swapping onto the Pharah to take first point. Like you said, Ice Manta was eating freezes all day long. I think I have to agree. I think Paka's a good pick, especially after we saw that Busan, right? Where we saw Riot get the first fight, and then Paka switching over to the Far Mercy is huge for Charger Blue. So I'll go to you down the barrel, but personally, I'm leaning towards Paka.
I think I have to echo that decision. Paka was a very versatile player in this instance and really was the right sized glove in every situation. And I think we got to give it. I think we got to give it to them.
Yeah, we'll shortly have a little player interview here from Paka soon. If we can get them in here. So that is Paka, your MVP for the day. Great game for Charger Blue. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We have another game coming right after this player interview and then some intermission. We're going to get Paka in here now. Very excited to talk to someone coming off a hot 3-0. A really great game for Paka.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you take a look at the way that Charger Blue was able to hold this point, just this entire series, it was pretty convincing. So we'll have to kind of probe the mind of Paka, which, speaking of the devil, is in.
I get it. Paka, I get your name now. It's like
it's just my
like
name.
British Parker, I get it, right? It's like
Yep.
That's really funny. Now I know. What a great game for you guys. You 3-0'd Riot. You guys played great. We saw some unique comps. I want to ask particularly about on Busan. You guys lost the first fight, and then you guys actually swapped to the Far Mercy. What gave you guys the confidence, that you could just say, no, our Far Mercy's better, and despite that maybe you guys have some ult advantage lead, we're just going to mirror it, and we're going to win with that.
Well, we saw the Junkrat, and we knew we could kill the Junk with Pharah. We didn't really have to win the Pharah 1v1.
Yeah, that's really huge that you saw another weakness that allowed you to go for not a direct mirror, obviously, but really great plays for you guys all around. I would like to ask you, who aside from yourself do you think really enabled you on your team? If you had to sort of give a secondary MVP to your team,
definitely Iced.
Who was that again?
Iced Manta.
Ice Manta. Yeah, that was actually our runner-up. We talked about Ice Manta. Big eats all day on that diva. Ice Manta was a huge piece of your team today. Really good. And I don't think, anyone could have done it without him. Down the barrel, any questions for our MVP?
Yeah, absolutely. So Paka, we chose you today for your versatility and your ability to pick up a multitude of heroes and play exceptionally well on them. I mean, I saw you on Doomfist, I saw you on Bastion. I mean, my little Mimi heart was happy when you pulled out the Bastion and successfully played that out. Your May play was exquisite. So, I guess my question here is there anything you can't play?
Healer.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
We're gonna take
Uh,
back and sorry, go ahead down the barrel. My bad.
no, it's okay. I was just going to say thank you so much for giving us some entertaining Overwatch, and yeah, like Jumpenny was probably about to mention, we will let you get back to your team. Enjoy the win. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
sir.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's all around. A great game, but you know, Riot didn't look at their peak. They certainly look like maybe they got some things to work on after that week 1 win. Paka gonna be able to celebrate though. Really great game for them, and really good game for Charger Blue all around. That's going to be a big confidence booster. Make sure you guys stick around here because we are going to be going into our next match soon. You don't want to miss it. It's Ascent versus Catalyst. We're going to be going right into that one. I think we'll shortly be offline, but it will just to switch some production up. So make sure you guys stick around. That second match is coming up very soon. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much. And make sure before we quickly go to come right back, make sure you guys hit that follow. Check out all of our links below. Thank you guys so much for checking out this match, and thank you for checking out the next one to come up very shortly. You guys don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back with Catalyst versus Ascent. Everybody, welcome back. 4-3 CS. We have another exciting match. I'm Jump Penny with my partner Hawkshaw here. Very excited, guys.
Yeah, the nanos are pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was here now, I'd probably kiss him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Those ultimates were built faster than someone would get canceled on Twitter for saying K-pop sucks. That was a scrappy fight if I've ever seen one.
Here we go. MJ Reyes is maybe reporting in Gen Chat that he's drinking a 2-liter. Here we go.
Indeed, what's going on?
Not much is going on. I know that what's about to be going on is a very exciting match between two of the top teams as far as the standings are concerned. How do you guys feel about Nightshade going in this matchup?
We're not too concerned. We're hoping for a quick 3-0 because I got a date with the suspect's mother after this at around let's see, 9 o'clock. So Eastern time. So I'm hoping for a quick 3-0. So I gotta catch this date. I'm taking her to. She's a classy girl, so she wants to go to Longhorns.
Oh, making the great escape through the mini room and being back with his team to again keep doing up the DPS. Shadow comes in, but is blocked by their own wall from Edgy. Unfortunate.
And they do it again. MJ Reyes. Look who's closer to Shatter. Look who's closer to Shatter. It's MJ Reyes. CQ1 has some ground to cover here.
And don't forget, from what we saw last time, this is a defensive team. I don't know what it is, but they're just better on the defense than they are on the offense.
Oh, he can't stop somebody!
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, of course that barrage is going to be online too very soon, but then the only support ult that we're going to see, it'll be interesting to see what kind of difference that can make as the high noon comes out immediately. There's the grab, there's the window, there's the immortality field, but the barrage is huge, gets up 5K, oh my god!
What a huge play by Icy there, cleaning up the rest of the team through a grab and a window and an immortality.
Your ranked games, don't just randomly throw your tire, run it down main. It's gonna get broken, you're gonna get no value. You're not Prism.
A good window placement, immortality saving the team many, many times.
Absolutely. Now they're coming into this. Both sides have this beat. It'll be interesting to see which side can sustain the longest. A true testament, but the Shadow doesn't make that easy. Me 98. Good God, man. Let them live.
What a very good play by Me 98.
Honestly, I don't like the taste of coffee. It's not my favorite. And even the people that I do know that like coffee, they put so much sugar in, it almost seems nasty.
That's me. I'm that guy.
Like, it just feels unhealthy, right?
Right.
So
exactly.
And then I start thinking, right? And I'm like, well, there's got to be a sugarless way to get caffeine in my daily morning routine.
There's got to be, right?
Well, who else but Rogue Energy, right? Rogue Energy, 413 Esports on Rogue Energy for 10% off your purchase.
right, everybody, welcome back. 4-3 CS. We have another exciting match. I'm Jump Penny with my partner Hawkshaw here. Very excited, guys.
Yeah, the nanos are pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was here now, I'd probably kiss him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Those ultimates were built faster than someone would get canceled on Twitter for saying K-pop sucks. That was a scrappy fight if I've ever seen one.
Here we go. MJ Reyes is maybe reporting in Gen Chat that he's drinking a 2-liter. Here we go.
Indeed, what's going on?
Not much is going on. I know that what's about to be going on is a very exciting match between two of the top teams as far as the standings are concerned. How do you guys feel about Nightshade going in this matchup?
We're not too concerned. We're hoping for a quick 3-0 because I got a date with the suspect's mother after this at around let's see, 9 o'clock, so Eastern time. So I'm hoping for a quick 3-0. So I gotta catch this date. I'm taking her to. She's a classy girl, so she wants to go to Longhorns.
Oh, making the great escape through the mini room and being back with his team to again keep doing up the DPS. Shadow comes in, but is blocked by their own wall from Edgy. Unfortunate.
And they do it again. MJ Reyes. Look who's closer to Shatter. Look who's closer to Shatter. It's MJ Reyes. CQ1 has some ground to cover here.
And don't forget, from what we saw last time, this is a defensive team. I don't know what it is, but they're just better on the defense than they are on the offense.
Oh, he can't stop somebody!
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, of course that barrage is going to be online too very soon, but then the only support ult that we're going to see, it'll be interesting to see what kind of difference that can make as the high noon comes out immediately. There's the grab, there's the window, there's the immortality field, but the barrage is huge, gets a 5K, oh my god!
What a huge play by Icy there, cleaning up the rest of the team through a grab and a window and an immortality.
Your ranked games, don't just randomly throw your tire, run it down main. It's gonna get broken, you're gonna get no value. You're not Prism.
A good window placement, immortality saving the team many times.
Absolutely. Now they're coming into this. Both sides have this beat. It'll be interesting to see which side can sustain the longest. A true testament, but the Shadow doesn't make that easy. Me 98. Good God, man. Let them live.
What a very good play by Me 98.
Honestly, I don't like the taste of coffee. It's not my favorite. And even the people that I do know that like coffee, they put so much sugar in, it almost seems nasty.
That's me. I'm that guy.
Like, it just feels unhealthy, right?
Right,
so
exactly.
And then I start thinking, right? And I'm like, well, there's got to be a sugarless way to get caffeine in my daily morning routine.
There's got to be, right?
Well, who else but Rogue Energy, right? Rogue Energy, 413 Esports on Rogue Energy for 10% off your purchase.